Today's video is my full August reset. We're going to move quick, but I'll slow it down when we hit each section so you can follow along. Hey y'all, it's Chanel from Chanel's Pocketbook. I'm an accounting student and zero-based cash budgeter who loves a little luxe in her life. Let's get started with my planner. I've got my All Things Planned monthly kit ready, so I'm laying out my spreads for August. I like to set my month visually first. It makes the numbers feel more intentional. I'm going to start off with the monthly dashboard. We have August with the cute dots and dates. It fits the Erin Condren planner perfectly. Next, I'm going to set up my goals tracker, important dates, and important projects. I think I'm also going to include just a general tracker down here to track major wins like days I worked out, days I went without eating out, etc. Now on to my monthly budget draft. This is where I list my guaranteed income, my fixed expenses, and a rough estimate for variable spending. August has a few extras, so I'm planning for those up front. If you've tuned into my August rough draft video, where I stick around towards the end of the video where I'll transfer over the rough draft data and my composition book over to the official monthly budget. All right, so really quickly, I'm going to show you each template that I received in my monthly kit from All Things Planned. This is for the month of August. I have the entire calendar laid out. I have my notes section with different tabs for priorities or anything that's really important and I need to see from a large monthly view. Next, we have the goals tracker here. I'm going to put a positive message in this box and then some goals I want to see for this month. For instance, I have a goal of hitting at least 150 subscribers this month, but I may bump that up to 175 or 200 just because I'm currently at 120 subscribers on day 48 of being a YouTuber. I have the important dates section here, important project tracking. I think I'm going to do a workout and eating tracker and then a positive quote here. Next, we have the monthly budget, which, as mentioned earlier, I will be transferring data from my August rough draft over to the official monthly budget. Right now, again, with the monthly budgets, these are just estimates to help guide us when it's time to do the paycheck budget. I did also do a temporary placeholder for the Paycheck One budget that's also in my composition book. So I will be transferring all of that data over today at the end of this video, so stick around for that. I have the second paycheck here, which will be budgeted in about a week and a half or so. Weekly check-ins. I'm going to do a video for Tuesday or Wednesday, which should be August the 12th or 13th, where I'll go over updates that happened this week. Can't wait to share those things with you guys. So be sure you lock in by hitting the bell so you are alerted every time I make a drop. At the very bottom, we have the expense tracker. Now, how this comes into play is anything that is spent that was not budgeted would go here, right? Anything that is budgeted for should be on this paycheck. So this is a really important section to log any unbudgeted expenses, right? So that's what this is for. Now, this is for the entire month. So I've already had some unbudgeted expenses. So I'm hoping I don't need any additional lines, but we'll cross that bridge if necessary. Next, we have sinking funds and the savings tracker, which is one of my favorite parts of the entire kit. And last but not least, the debt tracker. To log most of this, as far as the starting out details, I would use the previous month's closing details, right? So we started off the month of August with $0 in sinking funds. With that being said, if you were able to check out Paycheck One of August video, which is linked above and in the description, I did add some sinking funds. So I am excited about that. I'll be logging all of that as well. So be sure to stick around for the end of the video. And then the savings tracker from July, as well as the debt tracker. I will be starting with this number, right? But by the end of August, I'll have an ending number to take over to the month of September. So that's pretty much how the rolling log kind of works. A lot of data is transferred over to the next month from the previous month. But let's get right into setting up the month of August. I have some bills I'm going to lay out. I also have some event stickers I'm going to lay out. And I have 2 birthdays this month. Happy birthday, Shawnee. All right, so for this month, I have my rent that was due on the 1st. This was paid sometime the last 2 weeks of July. Car insurance has been taken care of. We did do my credit card payment as well as my brother Charles. I did get gas that day and I did work out this day. Medical debt also received a payment. I did also do groceries. Today is my cousin Shawnee's birthday. Happy birthday, Shawnee. You're finally 18, fresh out of high school. I truly hope that all that you have wanted in life comes directly to you. Apple subscriptions were also taken care of. I did $20. It would be lovely to redirect how I initially budgeted some money towards sinking funds. I am going to take that money instead and get a oil change, gas, workouts. I have no spend days, donation days, different events and tasks that I definitely want to do. Setting the budget for St. Lucia, which is happening in March of next year. I have some more bills due later this month. My mom's birthday, and we're going out to a seafood restaurant. And she also wants to do Reiki, so I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to end her birthday weekend off on Family Day on the Lake, so that's going to be nice. The next weekend, we have the HBCU Festival by Marseille, and then I also want to drop the St. Lucia links, but I'm going to leave that for the last day. On the notes section, I have here meeting with Shanice to discuss St. Lucia. I do need to do my work on the orientation for school. And then I also need to reschedule my laser appointment, but I may have to postpone this to September. Just want to see how my health goes. I'll share all the latest tea on what happened over this weekend. It just shows me that I need to stay ready so I don't have to get ready or be moving money around at the last minute. So I'm grateful for these opportunities to kind of learn from them and pivot accordingly. But yeah, that's what we have for the August monthly layout. Next, we have my goals, my important dates, projects, and trackers, which I'm going to fill out off camera and more than likely show you guys what's on here throughout the month as I give you guys updates. But now I'm just going to go ahead and transfer the monthly estimate budget here, the rough draft that I have in the composition book, over to the official estimate guide for my entire month of August. All right, so I went ahead and finished off filling in paycheck one. As mentioned, I just transferred over the data from the rough draft to the official planner. Instead of breaking down the categories, due to limited space, I decided to just use the categories here. For fixed, we had $547, variable, $432, sinking funds, $548. I did bring in an extra $167 on this month's first paycheck, and then I did make $290. I'm very proud of the extra money I brought in. Looks like I'm going to have to start possibly adjusting my budget the upcoming months, especially if my average paycheck amount succeeds what I had previously been calculating, which was $1,100 every paycheck. And now I can move on to, I'm going to save the weekly update for Wednesday. So I will not be putting anything here other than the categories. Got some tea. Now to update the sinking funds and savings tracker and debt tracker, I'm just going to use data from the previous paycheck or the previous month. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera and then kind of quickly update you guys on what we're starting off with for the month. I decided to fill out the remainder of the sinking funds section at the end of the month so that way I can continue stuffing my envelopes and sinking funds, because there really isn't a way for me to, unless the whole page was sinking funds, it isn't a way for me to log each pay period. And so I'm just going to do it once a month, right? I think that's the best idea without overwhelming myself. So starting out, everything was $0 for all the sinking funds. If you checked out paycheck one, you do know I was able to put up some money towards some of these sinking funds. We did not save anything out of paycheck one, and that's okay. I'm loving my 1,500 in CVS stock. I'm loving my denominations challenge and 1 month ahead. I hope to get back to adding to the denominations and 1 month ahead, at least $5 or $10. It's just $5 or $10, right? So I'm going to try to make that a priority out of next paycheck. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on filling out the debt tracker. All right, so with the debt tracker, this starting balance technically for August 1st would not have included my payments I have made from paycheck one, but at the end of the month, I will be adding in the payments I've made this month or whatever has fallen off of my credit report. It'll kind of be reflected here if the payment was made, or I'll just balance at zero if it fell off my report. That way I know I technically didn't pay it, but it just fell off my report due to a dispute. If you're interested in seeing how I finish off this month between my weekly update, the paycheck, cash stuffing and budgeting videos, and the entire closing of this month, please subscribe, hit that bell so that way you're notified every time I drop something fresh for the streets, new luxe gems, something for the girls. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm officially at 120 subscribers, and I would not have been able to make it here this far without you guys. If this video helped you or any of my videos helped you, please don't hesitate to share these videos with someone who would love to take control over their finances and lead with intention. Thanks for tuning into Chanel's Pocketbook. As always, it's been a pleasure. Bye.